Hi all, Cynthia here from NB Pretty Papers up on the Crafty Maven Getaway today with a Art Party Friday. Doing something totally different for me. This is a old 2016 diary cover and I'm going to do some arty stuff on the front of it. I've just purchased my 2018 work diary and I've decided that I want to do something creative, get rid of the black because they're always so boring. And this is my practice run to see what you can do and whether I can actually do something with it. So I'm putting 2 coats of gesso on the cover, one to help the paints that I'm about to apply to it stick to it better, and 2 to cover up that it's a black background as well. So just putting 2 nice thick coats on there, and I used the heat gun to dry them, and I think I left them sit for a while too. Pull out my paints. I absolutely love these paints. I've got one in my hand and I started shaking it because that's what you need to do. So if you just heard some thumping noise, that's what it was. So I think you can pause. I pause there and you can see what happens. So I've just blodged it on the page in a couple of different colours, the purple and the blue, and I was using a sponge to just blend it all in. And then I'm going to add this pink, but it's actually red. But unless you mix it really well, it comes out more of a pink tone. Looks a bit of a hot mess at the moment, but I keep going, adding some more colours, layering them up because they are opaque. You can see the colours underneath a little bit, so which just gives it a little bit of depth to the background. So I just keep going, adding and blending until I get a background that I like. Really like the way that hot pink is standing out among the blue tones. Thought I would try to add a little bit of this Lindy's Stamp Gang. I just don't feel like that is the name of that product. Tattered Angels. Yes, Tattered Angels mist, as it has a bit of a shimmer and a glitter feel to it. Thought if I mixed it with a little bit of white paint that might work, but that didn't work. It just washed it out too much and made it turn into more of a really pale pink that didn't show out, so I didn't use that. So I thought maybe if I mix it with a little bit of liquid matte medium, that might help, add a little bit of texture, but that didn't work either. So I've just pulled out a standard red paint, which doesn't have any shimmer and shine to it, but I just want to add another colour in there as well. So I'll go through and add that, and as you can see, I'll mix a little bit of white acrylic with it every now and then just to help give it a variety of shades and tones. Pulled out this Kaisercraft wood grain stamp, and I'm going to use acrylic paint on the stamp and just put a little bit of texture on the background. And it's the same with this stamp here, using acrylic paint to add a little bit of texture into the background, very subtle, You see it quite nicely in the close-up pictures at the end, but at the moment it's very subtle. It's just a yellow acrylic paint that I have. Adding some splashes just to build up the texture in the background as well. Bit of dimension. So I think I had splatters in all the colours. So now I'm going to add the focal point, and I can't decide whether I'm going to do one sunbeam that's coming from the middle or whether I should do 3 or 4 sort of sunbeams all coming from different directions and sort of overlapping each other. The rays overlap each other, but as you can see, I decide that I will just do one. Because my stencil's not big enough to cover the whole page, all you saw me do is I have a watercolour pencil here and I am just using the stencil and my ruler to extend the rays off the page, but I can't seem to make them line up once I took them away, but somehow make it work. And I'm just sort of scribbling in the middle so I know when it comes to time to paint the actual rays where I'm meant to be painting and where the gaps are. But I still managed to not quite get it right during the painting. It doesn't go, I miss a bit, do something wrong. But you'll see that coming up. If I didn't say already, I'm just using a watercolour pencil, so then when I finish painting, I can just use a water brush to mark out any lines that you may see. So right at the beginning you would have saw an inspiration piece, and you're probably thinking, how in the world would I relate this to the inspiration piece? And this is what it is here. So the inspiration piece has orange pumpkins or dead leaves or something that have a sort of a yellowy orangey tone to it, and that is what I'm pulling for this piece here. So my rays are going to be an orangey yellowy beams that come out, and I'm deliberately trying to go for I'm not trying to blend the colours too smoothly. I want lots of streaks in my colours, and I come back in a minute as well and add more, there you go, yellow streaks to the rays. So I just go around and I do that to all my beans. There we go, coming to the end now. I've got a bit of a bigger gap there because that's where, I don't know, I missed a ray or something, but I don't think it stands out too much. Or maybe I just coloured it in wrong. I'm not exactly sure what happened in that bit. So I'm really liking the way that's looking. I can't decide whether it's a sun ray coming out, but the background kind of reminds me of a galaxy or something like that. So maybe I've got an exploding star. Either way, I'm really liking the way it is. I'll go through now, and I probably could have done this before I painted my rays, but I decided I want to have some white splatters in between the rays, so I'm going the hard way about it and covering up all the grey, all the the rays, I should say. And once again, looking back, what I could have just done was splattered the white and then just used a baby wipe to wipe any white off of the rays. Wow, that was a mouthful. But it gets done, it looks good, I like the way it is. So I forgot to turn the camera back on after I was waiting for the splatters to dry, but what I'm going to do now along each beam is I'm going to write a positive quote, and so things like be strong, be true to yourself, have faith, be courageous, you own it, go for it. I can't quite remember what it is. I should have it in front of me, but I don't. But I'm pretty sure you could read those and then you'll see some more in the close-ups. And that pretty much finishes the front part of the cover, and now I'm going to do the inside cover. Certainly not going to put as much detail on the inside. I'm visualizing if you have a diary or something in this, just hot pink will pop out between the pages. You know, you'll get a glimpse of it as you're opening and closing the diary. So I'm just going to use this pink here and to cover up the inside, and I'm going to leave it a little bit sketchy like that so you can see the white gesso underneath. So I think that the problem is, as I said, I already have ordered my 2018 diary, and it's a smaller version than what this one is. So I actually don't know what to use this for. Any ideas? Anyone can give me some suggestions of what I could use it for? I've got it now. I really like it. But yeah, don't know what I'm going to do with it. So within the inside cover, I just find, I don't know, it's maybe 10, 12 quotes and sayings that are all positive and strong quotes, and I just fill the inside cover with writing and poems and bits and pieces. So you won't get to see them all unless you actually take it out and attempt to read them, but they're there. And that pretty much comes to the end of this journal. I go back over it and add a couple of coats of matte medium gel just to seal everything, and it's finished. So once again, please give me some feedback on what you think I could use it for. Give me the thumbs up if you like it. Leave any other comments. Love reading comments, questions. And if you haven't already, jump on over to my channel and subscribe, and Be Pretty Papers, and jump onto the Crafty Maven Getaway channel and subscribe there too. Make sure you catch all the videos that are coming up. Once again, thank you very much. I will catch you on the next video. Talk to you then. Bye.